The Jets have had some toxic players in their locker room over the last 20 years, but none take the cake more than Malachi Corley. This is going to be the first and last video I ever make on Malachi Corley, so listen up. This guy thinks he is God's gift to football and the Jets. And I had high hopes for him when he came in. He was drafted 65th overall. He was supposed to be a yak monster. They called him the yak king, yards after catch. And I had high hopes for him. I thought he was going to be a good player here. People were comparing this guy to Deebo Samuel. That's how crazy the hype was, I think, over Malachi Corley. And when he got here, it was clear that there was something off. He had issues, or we heard issues last year about him not understanding route concepts, not grasping the playbook. This offseason, we learned that not only was that the case, but he did not want to play special teams. He was telling his coaches, I'm a number one receiver, I'm not playing special teams. I'm sorry, but if you're a third-round pick rookie, you need to play special teams in order to make the squad. You are not a number one receiver. You're not even a 2, 3, 4 receiver. You're lucky to make the squad at that point with that kind of an attitude and not understanding the playbook or understanding route concepts. And to take the cake, the cherry on top, we learned about the dispute between him and Davante Adams. This was first reported by Connor Hughes of SNY, friend of the show, saying that when Davante Adams came over here, he wanted to clearly wear number 17. That was his number. That's been his number forever. And Malachi Corley obviously had that number. He offered Corley, according to Connor Hughes, $20 million for the number, and Corley came back with, I want $120,000. That is insane that you would go back to Davante Adams, a future Hall of Famer, and tell him, I want $120,000 for the number. Complete joke. If you thought that was bad, Davante Adams went on a podcast the other day. Let's watch the video.
I, get to talking to them, and I tell them, boom, I want to wear 17. So I don't want to go there empty-handed, and I'm going to look out for this kid. So I say, hey, man, I see you got 17. How about I give you 17 racks cash for 17? So he responds, and he say, hey, man, it's good to have you. Happy to have you on the squad or whatever, but I need $1 million.
Jesus Christ. Woo!
That was what that boy told me. He said he need $1 million for the number. So I said, I don't know him at this point, so I'm kind of laughing. And I'm thinking like, oh, he's joking clearly. So I'm like, ha ha ha, like it's funny, but like I got to talk to the media tomorrow. They asking me what number I'm gonna wear, so I got to get this figured out tonight. Like I heard 14's open. He said, yeah, I'm dead ass serious, and 14 would look good on you, I think.
Oh my God! Oh, he did not. Oh
wow!
My God!
Malachi has got some moxie.
So the truth is, he offered him $17,000 for the number 17, and he came back with $1 million. Who does Malachi Corley think he is to ask a future Hall of Famer for $1 million as a rookie for his number? Again, he must think he's God's gift to football, God's gift to the Jets. And just so you know, after we cut him, he cleared waivers, and now he's stuck on, I think, the Browns practice squad. So nobody wants him. He can't learn route concepts. He doesn't want to play special teams. He thinks he's a number one wide receiver. And if you go to him and out of good faith, he's going to try and get money out of your back pocket. That's who Malachi Corley is. And that is why that would be the last time I speak about Malachi Corley on this channel. He is a complete joke. And let's just roll back the clock a little bit. What a terrible draft analysis by Joe Douglas. He may have had some of the numbers where you could say, okay, maybe I'll take him at 65. I believe, I'll double check this, correct me in the comments. I believe they traded up for Malachi Corley. He didn't have the numbers as some other wide receivers who were taken ahead of him that they could have taken after him. That they could have gotten. And how do you draft a player not knowing that he's going to be this type of cancer, this toxic in the locker room? How do you go into interview? I mean, you had to have interviewed him, right? The only thing I can think of is that they didn't interview him. Did they not bring him in to talk with the coaches, to talk with Joe Douglas? And if that's the case, did he just pull a blanket over their eyes? Or did Joe Douglas just not care? This is how bad Joe Douglas is at drafting players. And we can all hang our hat on the 2022 draft. Guys, myself and you could have drafted that 2022 class. Sauce Gardner was the consensus number one. Garrett Wilson was the consensus number one at their positions. JJ was one of the top 3 in that draft at his position. Breece Hall was the number 1 running back in that draft. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to take those 4 guys with your picks. I understand you traded up a little bit to get Jermaine Johnson. So it's not all terrible by Joe Douglas. But when you look at the breadth of picks that he has brought in here, it's bad. I'm shocked at this story. I really am. And I understand it's the old regime. I understand it's the old coaches, and we all have everything new. So I'm not holding anything against this coaching staff other than giving them a high five for getting rid of this guy. It seems like Aaron Glenn, Darren Mougey are no-nonsense type guys, and they're going to mold this team in the way it should be molded. Let me know what you think.